Midnight to 0:15 hook. Have you ever been deep in the woods at night, and realized the silence isn't really silent? Like something is holding its breath waiting for you to notice. This happened to me on a camping trip I thought would be peaceful. It wasn't. 0:15 to 0:45 setup. It was late autumn, the kind of season where the air is cold but the ground still smells warm like wet leaves and pine. I drove out alone to a forest campsite I'd found online. No phone signal, no nearby towns, just a narrow dirt road and tall trees that leaned over it like they were listening. The place looked normal. A fire ring, a picnic table, and a cleared patch of earth where someone had pitched a tent before. But the moment I stepped out of the car, the forest felt too still. No birds. No insects. Even the wind sounded like it was trying not to make noise. 0:45 to 1:20 first strange thing. I set up my tent anyway. Unpacked my sleeping bag. Started a fire. And that's when I noticed something weird. There were footprints near the fire ring. Fresh ones. Not shoe prints. Barefoot. Long, narrow, and pressed deep into the dirt like whoever made them had been standing there quietly watching. I told myself it was an animal track. Something distorted by rain. I didn't want to think about it too hard. So I did what people always do when they're trying to feel safe. I made the fire bigger. 1:20 to 2:05 the feeling of being watched. As the sun dropped, the forest turned black in layers. The firelight could only reach so far before it was swallowed by trees. I ate quickly. Then I sat there with my hands near the heat, listening. That's when I heard it. A soft crunch. Just one. Like a foot stepping on a dry leaf. I froze. The sound came from the darkness just beyond the firelight. I stared so hard my eyes started to water, trying to separate shadow from shape. Nothing moved. But the feeling didn't go away. You know that sensation when someone is behind you? Even if you can't see them, your skin knows. That's what the forest felt like. 2:05 to 2:45 the whistle. I tried to laugh at myself. Told myself it was deer, or squirrels, or my mind playing tricks. Then, from somewhere between the trees, I heard a sound that didn't belong. A whistle. Not a bird call. Not wind through branches. A human whistle. Slow. Controlled. Like someone was calmly testing a tune. 3 notes. Then silence. I stood up so fast the chair fell behind me. I grabbed my flashlight and swept it across the trees. Nothing. No eyes. No movement. No answer. But the whistle came again, this time closer. 4 notes. Like a response to my fear. 2:45 to 3:30 the tent and the touch. I backed away from the fire, toward my tent, without taking my eyes off the dark. I told myself, get inside, zip it up, and leave at first light. Inside the tent, the world shrank to thin fabric walls and my own breathing. The fire popped outside, throwing light through the material like flickering veins. I tried to stay still. Tried to listen for footsteps. And then, something pressed gently against the side of the tent. Not hard. Not violent. Just, a slow push, like a palm resting there. The fabric moved inward, inches from my shoulder. I didn't scream. I couldn't. My whole body locked up. I held my breath so completely my chest hurt. The pressure stayed for a second, 2, 3. Then it slid away, dragging along the tent like fingers tracing a line. 3:30 to 4:05 the exit. That was enough. I grabbed my keys and flashlight, burst out of the tent, and ran for the car. I didn't even pack. I didn't even look behind me. The fire was still burning, and in the orange light I saw something I still think about. The bare footprints were back. New ones. Closer to the tent. pointed toward it, like whoever made them had been standing right outside my door. I got in the car, locked it, and drove down the dirt road shaking so badly I could barely keep the wheel straight. When I finally reached a road with streetlights, the forest disappeared behind me like it had never existed. 4:05 to 4:20 ending. I don't know who or what was out there. I never went back. And I'll tell you this. Sometimes the scariest part of the woods isn't that something is hunting you. It's that something was already there. And you were the one who walked in.